So how we doing today, guys? So in this video I'm going to discuss how Nofap has changed my life completely, how it's changed from before the journey actually started till now, all the benefits I've experienced, all the changes I've experienced in my life, are there negative side effects if any, and how much I've grown on this journey as a person. Fapping itself is actually encouraged by society. It is said that you fap and you feel much better, you get a little boost of confidence. It's a natural and healthy practice and it should be done time to time. Now, I fell into that trap, and a lot of people fall into that trap very hard. See, what we end up doing is we go to these videos, we end up fapping, and then we get used to it and we can't seem to stop. And then we just end up searching for more and more content, and it's just ruining our minds and messing up our whole perception of how females are supposed to be or how males are supposed to be. Now, in my experience, it's true if it's the first time you're fapping and watching a pornography video that you will feel a little bit of confidence. You will feel a dopamine rush in your mind. You will feel happier and you just will feel a little bit more content with life. And if you had a problem earlier on your day, then you'll feel like that problem is not that big. But the trap that pretty much everybody falls into is watching these videos on a constant basis. And it really is addictive. Nobody's gonna just fap to a pornography video once and say, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm not gonna fap to any videos anymore. It doesn't work that way. People are naturally curious. They want to see more videos. They want to see more weird content. It's just how we are. What does all this lead to, and what it led to in my journey? It led to a lot of low self-esteem, no confidence whatsoever, not talking to anybody. Forget about talking to girls, just not talking to anybody. Almost a sociopath. Insecurity, and insecure about almost everything. Because these guys are actors in those videos. A lot of them are bodybuilders and they look amazing. And you, being in high school or even in college, looking at those videos, you're gonna start to feel extremely insecure. And all of these triggers lead to you being very unsuccessful in life in general. I know I was, especially during my first year of college. During high school, I was just a complete sociopath. I did not like to talk to people. I just wanted to go home, watch these videos, and I wanted to feel good. I got that dopamine rush a lot time to time. I had to start watching weirder things just to get that same dopamine release that I got the first time I started watching these videos. And it made me feel really good, as it probably does with a lot of guys. And you feel like you don't have to go out and start talking to girls or anybody for that matter, because you're getting happiness by being home, looking at your phone and doing nothing pretty much. There is a significant lack of motivation and drive when you get this instant access. And to some extent, I didn't really know what I wanted from life. I was just like, I'll go to college, I'll probably get some degree, land a job, work 9 to 5, and do that for the rest of my life. The fact that I was fapping my life away, I did not have any kind of passion in life. I did not let my mind just sit once and discover what I actually like to do. So my mind was just constantly going to school, working, and then coming home, fapping, and that's it. And for a very long time, this was just life. This was how it was every single day. It was a very sad time, if anything. I was extremely depressed. My social anxiety shot through the roof. The effect that porn had on my mind was it literally made me start to hate everybody around me, because I started to notice that I was the only one who was super depressed. I had this crazy social anxiety, and everybody around me just seemed to be happy, going on with their daily lives, actually doing things in life that matter, accomplishing goals. And I just did not have that drive. I was just like, I'll just go to college, get a degree, and go home and fap, and that's life. I especially started to hate females. I just thought females were evil. I was just like, the females I get on these videos are the ones for me. The real life ones, they are just mind players and they just like to play games. A lot of them actually do, but not all of them are like that. Unknowingly, I became MGTOW, but I became like the worst version of a MGTOW, meaning I did not really have any goals, so I just avoided females, you know, but I did not really accomplish anything during that time. So it's really like you becoming more and more insecure and at the same time not accomplishing anything. It's just a very dark place that you end up going to. Now I remember around my last year of college, I started to gain a bit more confidence. I guess I just started to mature more and I started to watch pickup videos more. I started to try to learn what pickup artists do and all this. And I did end up getting a girlfriend. But see, at the same time, I was extremely insecure. I did not like who I was, did not have any goals in life. So I ended up attracting a female who was exactly like that. And the relationship was horrible. We ended up breaking up probably 3-4 times within a span of 3 months. And I was the one who still kept going back because I felt like I needed that validation. You know, this is what porn pretty much did to me. It made me into a pussy, if anything. And I needed that girl with me because I felt like if I had that, then that means that I'm actually a man. And the fact that that was my first girlfriend, I was like, I'm gonna hang on to this no matter what happens. I don't care what she does, I will stay in this relationship. And even if that ruins my life, I just want to stay with her because that makes me feel more valued. I was extremely depressed, man, and it was not a good time. This definitely happened because of pornography, because if I had a bit more confidence in me, I would attract somebody who was a lot more goal-driven and someone who's a lot more secure with themselves. The first time that I actually did try to have sex with this girl, I got erectile dysfunction. Here's where I kind of realized something. I went home and I was thinking in my mind, why did I get erectile dysfunction? I'm a young guy, this shouldn't be a problem. I was working out at the time, I still do, I love working out. That's one thing I kept throughout my entire journey. And I was wondering, I was like, why am I getting erectile dysfunction? This shouldn't be happening, especially to a young, healthy guy. So then I was like, okay, let me just watch a video, you know? Let me watch a pornography video and let's see what happens. And then I noticed I got rock hard very quickly. I was like, okay, maybe I could, you know, watch this video while I'm trying to have sex with this person, then I'll stay hard. When you hear that, how ridiculous does it actually sound? You're going to have sex with a person, but you have your phone in front of you, you're watching your phone, and you're gonna try to have sex with the person. How weird does that even look? What actually ended up happening is we finally cut it off for good, and I was still begging her to come back because I was still an insecure fuck. And now I was at a point where the videos were at least 2 to 3 times a day. And I started doing something that I actually promised myself I would never do. I started drinking. Thank God this phase didn't last very long, but it did last roughly 2 months, where I would be calling friends and I would tell them, hey guys, let's go out and let's go to a club or let's go to a bar. And I would be taking shots like all the time. And being completely honest, these people weren't even my friends. They were really just people I knew from the college, and I guess they had nothing better to do that day, so they're like, all right, let's just go out and let's drink. And on my own, I was able to kick the alcohol out because I knew it's not good for my liver, and I know the liver is a huge powerhouse of the body. So I stopped that. But my depression, my anxiety, my insecurity, everything was still there. But this time, I did not really have an escape like alcohol. All I had was pornography. So this kept going on for almost another year. And by this time, I was extremely drained with life in general. I was like, I do not care if I live in the next hour. I started becoming suicidal. It was just even worse than the time when I was with that girl. And somehow, I just ended up watching a video on Nofap. It just showed up on YouTube and I clicked on it. I was curious. I was like, what is this? And I was like, okay, I should try to get on this journey because I really have to kick this addiction. I knew it was a bad addiction for me, but I still just kept doing it because I felt happiness that way. Nothing else was giving me happiness. So I tried it and I failed. The first time I failed, I went about a week. Second time I failed, I went about a month. Third time I failed, I went about a month and a half. I noticed the numbers kept increasing. The days where I did not need any of these videos kept increasing. So that just kept driving me. I was like, okay, let's just see how long we can go. Until one point where I was watching a video and then the same rush of dopamine did not come to my mind, and I was just like, why am I even doing this? Since that day, I have been extremely strong. My mind became so much more disciplined. I started working towards goals, especially goals that before I thought would be impossible. I was like, no, now I'm driven. I gotta do this. The insecurities definitely went away. See, before I would be extremely whiny, and I'll let people's comments about me just get to me so much. Now, to be honest, I could really care less about what people say about me. You could say something great about me, you could say something terrible about me, but if you say something terrible, I really don't care, man. See, because now I actually have a life. I actually want to accomplish goals. I actually want to go out and become the best version of myself. I want to be a version of me that I thought I could never possibly be. And another thing I found out is my faith increased dramatically. When it comes to God, I started connecting more. I started reading His Word more. I started having a lot more faith. And then my mind just started to realize that if I keep my faith up, then everything that's happening in life that just seems to be a problem is not really a problem. It's just there, and it's there to help me grow. See, since I was so addicted to watching those videos, my benefits didn't start kicking in until about 2 or 3 months. I definitely did feel different within the first week and second week, but I started experiencing a lot more mental and physical energy within the second month. And as these months kept going by the 4th month, by the 5th month, which is what I am at now, I just feel that person who existed in my last year of college was somebody completely different than who I am right now. Now I actually understand why that guy didn't have any friends, why that guy was so depressed, why he was always socially anxious, why did he have so many insecurities. I understand that now. But see, the man above works in mysterious ways. He knows when it's the time to give you something different in life. He knows when to put some other thing in life that can change you. And one thing I realize is that He will never make you break down completely, because He knows how much you can take. And at that exact part of the journey, He will send something amazing towards your way. That video just came out of nowhere where I started seeing Nofap and semen retention. See, I'm on semen retention right now, but I can't say that Nofap did not change my life, because that was the starting point. That definitely made me into a more confident, more driven, just a better guy in general. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You found out how Nofap changed my life, and it could possibly change yours in an amazing way. If you guys liked the video, drop a like down below, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell notification, check out my Patreon page, check out my Snapchat. If you guys have any questions about anything, guys, email me. As usual, let's be our own heroes, man.